Hey guys, John Stevens here again at Working Man Success. Hey, if you work for a living, if you're an everyday average working man and you're looking to build the best life you possibly can, work your way up the ladder of success and create a life for you and your family that you can be proud of, I think you'll get a lot of value out of the stuff I talk about on here. I come on here every day and talk about the ideas, concepts, practical plans, attitudes that you can put into play in your daily life just to perform well at work and build a reputation and work your way up the ladder of success and create the best life possible for you and your family. So today, guys, I want to talk to you about burnout. And yesterday, if you listen to my video, I talked about low energy, how to combat low energy. Having low energy is a supply and demand thing. If you don't demand it, your body's not going to supply it. And today, guys, I want to talk about burnout. I think we all have dealt with burnout in our life. And when we don't combat burnout, if we don't find a way to get it out of our life and it keeps on going day after day, month after month, year after year, it turns into a state of depression. And living our life in a state of burnout is just not a good way to live, especially for a long period of time. And it's easy to get in a state of burnout. It's just like you go to work every single day, and you get to the point where you're just staying afloat. It seems like it takes every dollar you can make just to stay afloat, and your relationship with your wife, it's there. It's what you can say for it. It's there. It's not thriving. It's not. Maybe it's a little out of kilter, and you have the relationship, but it's not growing. It's not fantastic. It's just there. And health, maybe you're putting on a little weight, and your health may be declining in certain ways, and you've got out of the habit of your hobbies, whatever you enjoyed when you was younger, growing up, whatever sport you like. For me, it's fishing. Some people it's golf. Some people it's some kind of martial art. Whatever it is, we get out of the habit of doing all them things, and like your relationship with God, if you haven't pursued that relationship, all that stuff kind of gets you in the habit of burnout. And that what I just said there describes a big portion of men today. They're in a state of just getting by and living a life that is just enough that it's not bad enough to make a change, and it's not good enough to like produce happiness and joy and motivation in them. They're just doing enough. They're just living a life that is just maintainable, and that's not where we want to be. We want to build a life we can be proud of, give the best life we can for to our families and for us, and create a situation where you're thriving in life instead of just maintaining. And a lot of times we get to the point where we blame it all on the people around us. We blame it on our job. Like if I had a different job, or like if I didn't have so much chaos or people around me and my family that has so much trouble, and it's just constantly, it's just like it wrecks your brain. But I want to present you with a way to combat that. Now, if you take the guy like I just talked about, and he's living day after day, just maintaining a life that is just maintainable, like he's not thriving, but he's not bad enough to make a change. And then you take another guy that is in the same situation as he is. He works at the same place, he makes the same money, and there's a few differences, and he is thriving. He's always happy, he's always energized, he's got goals, like he's moving forward, and it just seems like two totally different people. But if you look at them from a distance, they're in the same situation. I want to tell you the difference in them two people. The one guy has kind of gave up on life. He realizes he's got to keep doing what he's doing to just maintain where he is, and that's just going to be his life from here on out. The other guy has got to that point at some time and realized that he had to make some changes. So what did he do? He got his finances in a situation where he was living below his means, and it wasn't taking every single dollar that he can make just to pay the bills. So every week he gets to put a little money in savings, and he watches that banking account, that savings account climb a little bit every week. That puts him in a situation where he's a better person, and now he makes an effort to pursue his wife like they were dating again. He tries to take her out regularly. He tries to buy her nice things. He flirts with her. He is engaged with her when she's talking, and so they have their relationship is thriving and growing, because that is a close relationship and it's a daily relationship, and the marriage is not just there, but it is something they both do actively. And so the health, when guys get in that situation where they're just maintaining life, they're just paying their bills, it's a depressing state. And most of the time when people get to that point, their health starts declining little by little by little by little. And you notice one day you wake up and you notice that, you put on 20, 30, 40 pounds versus a year or two ago. You don't realize that day by day, but you get to the point where it's absolutely obvious that you put on weight and you start paying attention to it. And when you're putting on weight and you have less energy and you can't do the things comfortably like you used to, that is also depressing. The guy that's thriving has his finances going up every week. His relationship with his wife is going up. He has some kind of little routine where he's working out or doing walking or playing some kind of sport that is keeping him physically well. And he has like whatever his hobby is, he pursues it on a regular basis. It may be a weekly thing, it may be a monthly thing, but he is actively involved in the thing that he used to love. And men need some kind of competition in their life. And if you're in like some kind of martial art, it doesn't mean that you're going in there, like to actually fight, but just being involved in some kind of man-to-man competition puts drive in a man. There's a lot of studies saying that it is very good for testosterone. So a man needs to engage with other men on some kind of competitive level. And it doesn't mean like fighting. It could be a sport. It could be anything. But so this guy is pursuing his hobby. He has a thriving relationship with his wife. He lives below his means, which allows him to put money in savings. So he's watching it growing. And he has a daily relationship with God. Maybe he spends 20 minutes a day reading his Bible or saying a prayer or something in that sort, whatever that looks like. So two different guys, right? Same job, same level of living. One guy is thriving and happy. One guy is sad and depressed all the time. The difference is, guys, is one guy is making progress in his life and one guy is not. The sole purpose of this whole video is if you are in the state of decline or a state of depression, you have to find ways to make progress. Happiness and joy and purpose comes from making progress. And when you feel like you're making progress in life and you're moving forward, that creates a state of motivation. It creates a state of happiness. It creates a state of purpose. And it allows you to be a different person. It allows you to approach your wife different, which also allows y'all to thrive. And I just want to like really get that across. If you're not finding ways to make progress in the simple things in life, I don't care where you work. I don't care what your family is or who your family is. I don't care who your friends is. In your personal life, if you don't do the things that set your life up in a form that you can make progress financially, it doesn't have to be like major progress. It's just a little every week, a little every payday you get to put in savings. It's building a nest egg. Creating a situation where you and your wife is constantly doing things together, and you have a friendship and you have a relationship that's thriving, and you have your health not declining, you're maintaining it well, or you've got a plan to make it a lot better, and you have a relationship with God, and you're pursuing a hobby. Now that sounds like a lot of stuff, but them are the things that will produce happiness and joy in your life, no matter what you have to do for a living, no matter what you have to do to pay the bills. These are the things that is going to produce or get you out of burnout. Everybody wants to blame burnout on their job, and that's never the case. The burnout comes from your personal life and the things you're pursuing in your personal life. And so, guys, this is running a little long. I'm gonna quit rambling. Y'all get the idea. If you want to get out of burnout, if you want to combat burnout, and be sure you don't fall into a state of long-term burnout and depression, find the simple things in life that you're involved in. Your relationship with your wife, your health, your finances, God, your hobbies, and figure out how to pursue them things to the point where you're making a little progress every week. You're moving the needle forward. And then the rest of the stuff, it's not going to matter. It's not going to get you down. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy or the government or your family or your friends or none of that stuff. Like, you got that stuff is very valuable, and you need to pay attention to it, and you need to get involved in it, but only when the other things are in place. If you putting too much time in the things outside your bubble, and you're not taking care of the things that's holding your personal life together, you're going to feel burnout, and you're going to be depressed, and it's going to majorly affect your whole life. So guys, if you thought this was valuable, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Hit the like button, get in the comments, tell me what you thought, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Thanks for listening.